Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Here's Pollard again, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
Hey, you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys come in search of win number 9 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now throwing on first down here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Cowboys force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't. And at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything. But you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
He's got a man. Complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 87 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Pollard fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second down and goal. Herbert pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. Touchdown! Tony Pollard, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
From the 31, Powell. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. They find some open field here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Justin Herbert, 14 yards. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. A lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Herbert. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And some room to run now. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamin Davis. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't...
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to...
He's got a man complete. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on first down. Covington. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Powell flush to his right. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They run the counter. Covington. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. They'll keep it on the ground. Covington. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Powell, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. The defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st down, Howell trying to lay one up deep. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Herbert's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. The 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 79 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll try the air now with Herbert.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. This is the tight end fan. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there at 22.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now here's Pollard. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Justin Herbert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good. And a lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, and cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third and long, it's Herbert. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. They'll put this underneath to Pollard, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Cowboys look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. That is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Second down, Hal back to pass.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard.
And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, I'm not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On 2nd and 12, Powell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Going up top. And now here's another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And some room to maneuver.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. So boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 12, Powell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here.
And that will be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Run for Pollard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And that'll be
incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown. Tony Pollard from 21 yards away. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Point after right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Howe will throw it.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.